Okay, day 5 of sight reading. It's Friday. All right, so today we're doing number 12. Yes, Mr. Quincy.
Do you want me to mark stuff?
Yes, I do. So go grab a pencil. There's a pencil in that cup over there. Go ahead and mark on there. All right, so today we're on number 12. Raise your hand if you can tell me. We got to identify the key first. So what is the name of this symbol right here, Olivia? A sharp. And my sharp is telling me I'm in what key, Blake?
The key of G.
The key of a G. Very good. Now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to draw a doe on my staff right below my key signature. I'm going to draw my doe on G because the key told me that doe is on G. So let's all name our lines together really quickly. Ready? Name the lines with me. Ready? Go. E, G. Oh, look, there's G. There's doe. It's on the second line. So I'm going to draw a doe on my second line. Now let's go ahead and name our lines all the way through. E, G, B, D, F. Now let's name our spaces. F,
A, C, E.
Very good. Okay. Now we can see doe is not my first note. Everybody see that? So now we're going to count up using all of the lines and spaces and using our pencil point as a tool. This is a very valuable tool, this pencil point. We're going to use it to count our way up and down the staff. Ready? Here we go. Doe, count with me. Do, re, mi, fa, so. And notice, I set my pencil point down. I started on a line. Re was on a space. Mi was on a line. Fa was on a space. So we can see is on a line because there's a line going right through the middle of that note. Okay? So I start on so. Now I want you to go through and I want you to write in the rest of your solfege for me. Okay? Write in the rest of your solfege.
A square.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Rectangle, the notes.
You did?
And then a triangle. Alright, now I'm gonna add a whole thing to this. Wait, where am I supposed to?
Okay, so. I'm talking to myself. I tried to solve one video.
So my
Yeah,
is pretty much full.
I can't, man, messing this guy's talking about. Who are you doing with this? Just, I don't know what he said, cause he spoke different language.
Oh, I still wanna mark it. Is it higher or next to my so higher? It's not higher than me. Question. So. Today it was awful. I'll need to get that memorized. It's 5 weeks. My father, I don't know.
It's been 5 weeks
And my
already.
mom and my sister.
That's
thought it's been
higher or
six.
lower.
My
And
mom
it's whatever
was
the
planning to
first
take me
9
and my
weeks.
sister to get flu shots, and my
Yes.
sister and my mom are sick now.
It's higher.
It's higher, what's higher than five? But
Oh,
it's like,
they're
oh, they're
faking.
faking.
No.
So, Ray, we're gonna go to E, five, so.
My brother said it's
All right.
It's not irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. Okay. Here we go. Again, remote learners, if you're still working, pause the video, wait till you're done, then you can check your answers, okay? Here are your answers. Here's a half note, here's a half note, half note, half note.
And then there's a new one.
Now look, shh, we have a new note value, woohoo! Everybody go up to the top of your paper. We're gonna write down our new note value, ready? Looks like this, okay? It looks like a half note, we just don't have a stem on top, right? So this note is called a what, Imani? It's called a whole note. And a whole note
Oh,
is,
look, Isaiah's here.
a whole note is worth how many beats, Miss Avery?
It's,
I have to unlock.
I did. 4.
It's worth 4 beats. So everybody write that down at the top of your paper. A whole note is worth 4 beats. And remember, a whole note is called a whole note because it takes up the whole measure. Very good. Just like a half note is called a half note because it takes up two of the 4 beats, so it takes up half of the measure. A quarter note is called a quarter note because it takes up 1 of the 4 beats, so it takes up a quarter or a fourth of the measure. Okay? All right. Yes, sir, Mr. Blake.
Can we put it in a triangle?
No, we're not going to put anything around a whole note because I think it's pretty easy to look at that and see, oh, there's only 1 note in that measure, so I know that it's taking up the whole measure. Okay? All right, any questions on number 12? I got lots of half notes, so we can take a pretty peppy little pace today because we don't have any 8th notes to contend with, okay? So let's all stand up, let's chant, oh, one more thing, when we're chanting our whole note, just like we did on our dotted half note, it's gonna be back and forth for each beat, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we'll hold it out, okay? You'll move back and forth, kind of like you're driving a car is what I always feel like, okay? You'll just go back and forth for each beat, okay? So let's all stand up, let's warm up. I'm sorry, let's chant, I mean. We already warmed up. Okay, so here we go. Up on your feet. Let's go, let's go. Here we go, ready? Starts on so. Chanting first. 1 and 2 and chanting, ready, go. So, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, so. I feel like y'all are waving at me like, hey. Okay, good job. Now what happens next? The broken chord. Here we go, ready? What's your first note? Hand signs. Let's do it one more time. We had somebody that wasn't doing hand signs with us. Let's do it one more time. Ready? Make sure you're doing them nice and big. Ready? 1 and 2, ready, sing. So, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, so. Excellent job. Good job. Happy Friday.